What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So, how would you feel if you're in this situation? You go to a grocery store and you want to buy a can of soup. I'm going to show you guys a clip. So, a can of soup, you want to buy that, and there's a couple people in front of you, and you see the price as you're walking up, and a couple people grab maybe two or three cans of soup, out the same soup that you wanted to get, and they put it in their basket. And then you look back at the price, and the price has gone up. Supply and demand. So we're now seeing stores that have electronic pricing. So it's a digital screen, and that screen can change depending on how much product they have. Now, so it's like dynamic pricing, just like Uber and Lyft and these different services use. So during busy times, they're going to raise the price. And then slow times, they're going to lower the price. So it could work in your benefit because you can go into the store and they have a fully stocked shelf of canned soup, so it might be a little bit less. So you can get lucky in that sense, but you can also have to pay more just depending on how many cans of soup are sitting on that shelf. So I want to show you guys this, but first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please like the video. And if you're watching this video and you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. Okay, so I don't know what store this is, but I know Walmart was talking about doing this. And they were saying that, no, it doesn't mean the prices are going to go up. They were saying that it's not going to be dynamic pricing. But I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a minute because the store is there to make money. And so if they can make more money, then they're going to go ahead and push the price up. And if people are going to pay it, if they're willing to pay, then that price is going to continue to rise until people say, no, I'm not going to buy a can of soup. So I don't believe that the prices aren't going to go up. And we saw this in the fast food industry. What was it? About a year and a half ago, Wendy's came out and said they're going to have dynamic pricing. So depending on if it's lunchtime, the prices are going to be more expensive than if it's midday and it's between lunch and dinner, the prices will be a little bit less because not too many people are going and getting food at that time. And when they put that out there, they got a lot of flack because people were saying, why are we doing that? Why don't you just have a set price for all day? And so they ended up backpedaling on that and say they're not going to use dynamic pricing. And I can tell you, I'll tell you a story after I show you this clip. Here we go.
Okay, so these are the new digital price screens. So the whole goal of these is to adjust the prices on the items as they become more in demand. So for example, right now these are 90 cents. Let's say around 6 o'clock or during the busier time, these will go up to $1. They'll fluctuate based off of demand. So these are connected to the Wi-Fi and to the registers. Once the inventory on these items become low, the prices will start to shoot up to $1.20. They're going to start incorporating all these all over. So it's pretty crazy. I'll come back later on in the day and you'll see this go up and down in price. You'll see it go as low as like 89 cents, which is pretty crazy.
Okay, so you saw him explain that. Now it would have been nice, and someone said in the comments, it would have been nice if he took some off the shelf just to see if the price would change. But very, very crazy. And this is going to be the new normal. And prices for groceries are already too expensive. And this is going to be another example of the stores being able to raise their prices and people, unless you just decide not to go to those stores or you boycott going to stores that have these digital screens, which I would imagine most stores are going to incorporate these digital screens. But if you decide to go to another store, maybe they'll rethink this whole digital screen thing. But when it comes to dynamic pricing, I do have a story that I want to tell you. And this was a situation I was doing the ride share. So using Uber or Lyft, it doesn't matter. But in this case, it was Uber. And I was coming from the airport. And this has happened actually the last 3 trips, but there's really no way around it. So I'm kind of stuck with paying the higher price. But I don't live right near the airport, so it is a little bit of a drive. But when I get off the plane, I get my bags and everything. We usually need to catch at LAX. You have to catch a shuttle that will take you over to where all the rideshare vehicles are. And so on that trip, when I get on the bus, I usually open up Uber. and just to see what the prices are showing. And generally, it's less when I'm at the airport on my way to the rideshare. And then once you get to the rideshare, if you don't order it before you get to the rideshare, then once you get to the rideshare, it shoots up. And I've seen it shoot up $30 or $40 more. And so the only problem is, if you're on the bus, you don't know exactly how long it's going to take. There was one time where I actually ordered it on the bus because I knew we were pretty much there. We were at that last signal light, and I kind of knew the area. So this is the last time I was able to do that. Just order it right there. It was probably cheaper. I don't even know. I mean, it was still expensive. But once you get to where the rideshare vehicles are, I know the price goes up because it's happened to me. And then you have to think of it this way. Everybody that's on that bus and everybody in that area, once you get to that area where the rideshare cars are, they're all getting rideshare. They're all getting a Lyft or an Uber or a taxi, all of them. And so Uber and Lyft, they know that. And so they can hike up the prices because they know that there's a high demand for these rideshare vehicles. And so that's what they do. But if you're at the airport and you order it, then you can order it. It'll be cheaper. But the risk is it takes about 5 to 8 minutes to get from the airport to the staging area where all the vehicles are. And so you could miss your vehicle because you're on the way on the bus. And then the bus stops at it has different stops. So you can't just say, okay, well, I can just order it right now because you have those different stops. So you can't really judge the time depending on how many people are getting on the bus and all of that. And so I just thought that was interesting. I wanted to share that with you. This is new. I know Walmart has talked about this in the past. Like I said, I don't know if that was Walmart that they're showing there. But yeah, what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye. So that's all we have for this video. Make sure if you guys want to send me an email, you can do that, david@thetecshow.com. Like the video, subscribe for more, and check out these videos over here for some more great content. Talk to you later. Bye.